Hey guys, it's Main here, back again with another IE review. So this is the second in the series of the giveaways on stream, thanks to the sponsorship we had at AFK Journey. So thank you guys if you did play for that, but now we're doing another IE review, this time for Just Some Random Guy You Know. Is his Twitch name. Incognito Dream seems to be his first character name. So overall, he's in World 6. I think he's at Mama Trolls. Did I read that right? Just past Lantern Spirits. Yeah, Mama Trolls just hit there as at 14 kills. I can very clearly tell you probably aren't hitting multi-kill on these. Or if you are, your multi-kill per tier is relatively low. So let's talk about what you should be focusing on. Very similar to the previous person we just did, Kozlak. A lot of the focus you should really look at on your account is probably going to be skilling specific. So let me look at your Atom Collider and see where your Boron is. Level 3, okay, so better than Kozlak, but this is definitely something you should be focusing on, skilling efficiency. You can reference the previous videos I made talking about why Boron is so good, why upgrading it has a little strategy to it, and why skilling efficiency is such an important thing for someone who's early to mid World 6. Yeah, getting skilling efficiency will give you higher prints. Obviously, right now, you're only at a 32.2 mil boosted value on your prints here. Do you have Doot by chance? Because if you do, I'll talk about it one way. If you don't, I'll talk about it another way. But your skilling, no Doot. Okay, perfect. I love that because there is something we can talk about here. So your ES is incredibly important. Let me talk about the meta for why 2 ES is so important if you don't have Doot. If you do have Doot, it's still way better than having 2 Bubos. Let me talk about why. So the reason you have an ES or 2 ESs on your account is because of this link right here. If you don't have Doot, this is incredibly important. So ES can link to 2 gods at a time. So you link to one in the altar, and you link to another in this talent right here, Polytheism. Every time it ends in 3, you link to Harry Up. So at 3, 13, 23, 33, so on, you'll link to Harry Up. The reason linking to Harry Up is good because it gives you 3 times prints. So you want to get your talents level 3, 13, 23, 33, whatever, just so you can link to Harry Up. And then in the board, either link to Arctis if you're outside of lab, or Goat if you're inside of lab. So you link to Harry Up, you'll get 3 times prints. If you link to Arctis or you're in lab and you have the 2x printer mode active, it'll give you 2 times print. 2 times 3, 6. You have 6 times total prints. So you can increase this print value right here from 6.69 to 37, 38, 39, something million print. So you can 6x your prints very, very easily just by doing that, linking to Harry Up and lab. Actually, that's a lie. You're going to increase this by 3 because you're already linked in lab. Anyways, regardless, you know what I mean. Your big focus here is going to be upgrading talent specifically for your ES because you can get really, really high prints thanks to the 6x print bonus. You want to increase the talent levels you have in your ES specifically. The big ones for you to focus on are going to be Smart Efficiency, Active AFKer, the first tab ones. Log on logs is immensely huge. This is like number 1. This is a huge multiplier to logs. This is definitely something you want to max out as high as you can, whatever your highest talent level is. Chopping efficiency per grass, it's okay. Effect Wisdom has on chopping efficiency is incredibly huge. But importantly, skill whiz is really, really big because it gives you base wisdom, but also increases the impact wisdom has on skill efficiency. Really, really good there. So again, reiterate, smart efficiency, active AFKer, log on logs, and skill whiz. These are really, really good. Also, don't forget Symbols of Beyond. Symbols of Beyond just boosts the base levels of the talents that you have. And the higher level you get on your ES, the more minimum talent levels you get. So this is the reason I have like a level 350 Wormhole Emperor as opposed to level 270 as it says here. So ES, really, really want to spend your talent talent library books on ES because you can get really, really high prints on them. Going back to Alchemy, as the previous case, you really... Oh, mine's at 95%. Let's talk... Like 75% is probably more realistic for you. So, similar to Kozlak, your big focus is probably going to be production materials and focusing on Hocus Chopus, getting this up to a point where you can atom it and spending your atom clicks every single day on upgrading things like Hocus Chopus, Mage's Best, which you can atom right now. You should atom this right now. Focus your atoms on this so you can multiply the efficiency this gives you, the efficiency LeBrain Tools gives you, the impacts of your purple has, the impact the Tree Sleeper has. All those are really, really good. Yeah, good. You're doing a good job there. Getting this to atomable range, or getting this high level, not only increases your skilling efficiency, but also increases your damage, which, you know, as you progress past leaks, is something you want to focus on more. But Boron level 20 is a huge boost, is a huge goal for you right now. Try to get to level 20. And then upgrading things like Mage's Best, Hocus Chopus, Brain Tools, Tree Sleeper, Severe Purple, that kind of stuff. As you sustain the Atom generation, can focus on the things that are higher cost. Don't forget, the stat bubbles are also really nice. This scales based off of Severe Purple's level, which increases the effect of the first bubble, third bubble, whatever. So as you get more Void Ore, you'll be able to upgrade this. You're almost at a point where you can Atom this. This is going to cost a lot though, so you won't be able to do every single Atom click in this, probably like 1 or 2 every single day, relatively comfortably with your Atom generation. But as this scales, as Mage's Best scales, Tree Sleeper, that kind of stuff, really, really important. I did mention this at the end of the video with Kozlak, but if you aren't hitting 300% multi-log chop chance, you do want to do that, because this is a straight up multiplier to the amount of logs that you get. Similarly, for Wyoming Blood, you are there and or are almost there for getting this to 300%. So this is going to be a huge increase to your mining efficiency as well. Similarly for Bug Squared, if you're struggling with that, or Sploosh Sploosh for fish, you try to get this up to 300 so you can get that multiplier for your skilling prints. Similarly, I don't know if I looked at this specifically, but make sure that your characters are printing their class specific resources. So it looks like you are. I don't know if Kozlak was. I didn't really look too much into it, but trying to get mages on chopping, Blood Berserker on fishing, your Siegebreaker on fly prints, your V-Man on monster prints, your Beastmaster on monster prints, DK on any warrior class really on ore. Since you're kind of early game, 2 Blood Berserkers on fish is completely fine. You can try to transition your Blood Berserker later on as you have like really high skilling efficiency into ore as well, just because you have higher rates of efficiency on ore than you do fish right now. So it's better for Atom generation to do ore on your second Blood Berserker, but your first should absolutely do fish. Anyways, let's look at your anvil. So you are missing some points. Actually, are you? I don't know. I don't think Toolbox shows me, actually. If you're missing any monster materials, recommend going back and doing that just so you can produce more trusty nails to get Hocus Chopus up to an animable range. Straight up focus everything on anvil, on trusty nails, so you can upgrade chopping efficiency. That chopping efficiency is a huge multiplier to getting higher chopping logs or chopping prints. Absolutely recommend trying to do that, because the higher level that bubble is, the more chopping efficiency you get, which means you can produce more atoms. So every single 3 slots that you get, put it straight on nails. If you don't know, you can click this 3 times if you have the hammer bubble, infinity hammer, and just unlocking the anvil. So you can click this 3 times, produce things 3 times as fast. You can get a ton of nails that way and really easily get it up to atomable range. Again, use bargain tags if you can, just to reduce the cost if you're struggling there. Anyways, I see you chatting, so let me do some daily stuff and you can chat in. So after skilling, working on the monster mats. I do monster mats probably right now. Trying to do that on your ES actively so you can get that relatively easily, and then upgrade your anvil on speed only, and then put every single character on unlocking nails, because the sooner you get Hocus Chopus up to an atomable range, you'll get a huge boost to chopping efficiency. It says 48% here, but don't forget this scales not only with Mage's Best. Right now it's a 2.9. For you it's like a 2.5, I think. So what was it like for you? Is a 2.3 times, or sorry, no. Is a 2.5 times 23%. So you're actually getting 57.5. But not only that, you're also getting Severe Purple, which I think for you is like 1.8 or something like that. I don't know. But so 2.5 times 23 times 1.8. So you're actually getting 103, 2.53. Wait, no, that was a Mage's Best. Anyways, you're getting around 100%. Holy shit, 2.03. It's actually bigger. So you're getting around like 110% chopping efficiency per power of 10 max MP that you have. So right now I have like 6, 7, I think 6, 5. I don't know. I can't do math. I have around like 5 zeros. So this times 5 for me is like 517% chopping efficiency at your bubble levels. So that's insane already. That's like in like crazy scalar. Also, not to mention, I'm pretty sure that Mage's Best also scales Severe Purple, which increases the multiplier even further for Hocus Chopus. Just by the way. Yeah, and then you atom it, and you can increase that 23% up to what, I think 49% is kind of like the hard cap. I think 50% is the highest cap, but I don't think you can actually get there realistically. But anyways, like 48 to 50% is like the high level of chopping efficiency you should absolutely aim for. But right now, try to get it up to like a 75%, 80% efficiency. Toolbox does show this. You can change the threshold to like 80% and try to get it up here another 300 levels or so, and you'll get a huge increase. Up to 46% chopping efficiency per power of 10 mana. Really, really good. Anyways, stamps, where are you at? You have multi-tool? Good. Keep doing that. You two are also missing Steve's Sword and Golden Apple. Try to finish the 7-figure followers quest because you'll get some total damage here, which obviously you need as you progress World 6, and you get Gold Food Effect. As I mentioned, Golden Hamsters are really, 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 really important for trying to progress Sailing. So if you haven't already split Golden Hamsters across all of your characters, I'd recommend doing that because it'll help you progress Sailing a lot faster. You don't even have them on some of your characters, so you're missing out on a ton of progress here. Also, I saw you had some statues at Onyx, which makes me think you have Choco Chip. Let me check real quick. Chips. You have Choco Chip, so you can statue farm. So this will differ from Kozilek. You have Choco Chip, so you have the ability to crystal farm. The only concern I have is I don't know what your your drop rate looks like. 8.17. And crystal spawn chance 1 in 177. So you have Demon Genie, you have Poop. You don't have the crystal for Days talent, which is this right here. So this is star talent from doing the Picnic quest quest line. DR on DK is about 12x with the opals. 12x is completely fine, so you can statue farm. Okay, so the reason I mentioned crystal farming is not necessarily for statue farming, but for golden food farming. So you can, if you have enough damage on DK to equip like Midas Mine to get more drop rate, you can go on like oranges and try to kill crystal mobs there and try to stack up orb, you know, do that stuff. You don't even have to equip Midas Mine if you don't have the damage for it, but go over to OJ Bay with the oranges and try to crystal farm there and get golden hamsters up to 10,000. If you can drop 10,000 on the beanstalk and then split the rest across your characters, you can probably maybe hit like 50 plus % chance to gain Sailing AFK gains, which is huge for your account because you progress Sailing really, really fast. Like you can probably get Eldritch Artifacts like within like a couple weeks. Like, not gonna lie, it's really, really important, the sailing hamster gummy thing, because you, oh my god, you didn't have a Crystal Stake yet, you don't have Eldritch Fury Relic, you don't have Frost Relic at Eldritch. In fact, do you even have Eldritch Relics unlocked? Do you have Rift done for that? I don't think you do. You don't. Okay, so that's probably something to focus on outside of skilling. Skilling's going to be kind of in the background, kind of passively, always something you think about. Obviously, it's very, very important for you to do that. But Eldritch Artifact is insanely important. So if you are able to do this, if you have enough damage to progress Rift, I wouldn't worry about Chows, Zows, or Super Chows for Blood Berserker because you can do it later. I mean, you can probably once you get to like Rift 50 or isn't like 69 or 50 whatever. Hold on, what Rift am I on right now? What is it right now? I don't even remember, dude. Oh, we're like 59, 60. These are Rift mobs, so I can do Super Chows right now on Rift. You just need this. That's it. So don't worry about Super Chow. You can do it later. Right now, there's a hard cap on Rift of like 59. So once you're on 59, you can Zao these, or Chow, or Super Chow these, way down the line. Don't worry about Super Chowing Rift. It should not be a concern. Push it, because the bonuses Rift gives you are insanely important. One, Eclipse Skulls when you get there. Stamp Mastery is really important. Eldritch Artifact is insanely important. Vial Mastery, Construct, Ruby Card, all this is really, really good. I'd push it. I'd push it because Eldritch Artifacts is insanely important because you get 25 extra talent levels. You get, what does Rift give you? You get 25 talent levels. You get more damage from Crystal Stake. You get more sailing speed. You get more artifact find chance. All that stuff. Rift is really important. I'd push it if you can. And you have people linked to Arctis. You have most of the lab nodes activated. You have like 2x prints. Okay, you're doing good here. I don't have to worry too much about Rift. I mean, you're missing some levels on some of your characters for 75, which isn't a problem because you have all the nodes active. Let's look at cooking. What meals do you have? What are their levels? So on and so forth. Time to 11. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Wait. How are you producing cotton candy, but you don't have it unlocked? Yeah, this is bugged. What the fuck? Okay. But what I will say is you have a few meals that you probably can unlock, like mashed potatoes. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know what you have unlocked, so I don't want to give you advice because I don't really know what's going on. Anyways, use IE. IE seems to be better. But big things for cooking are Diamond Chef, obviously, and the stamp for the cook meal stamp are like really good scalers. But Diamond Chef is really, really important. So, oh, you did? It's okay. Toolbox is fine for now. Let's look back at stamps real quick. I mean, you have multi-tool stamp. That's the big one I want to focus on. If you're struggling for ladle generation, multi-tool stamp and ladle stamp are going to be big, like I talked about with Kozlak. Go back and do that. Steve Sword stamp, golden apple stamp, really, really important. Feather, you have decent drop rate. I'm happy with your progression in Owl. You don't really have to worry about that too much. Kangaroo, is this even here? Nice. Okay, well, the bonuses here are pretty mid, so... Refinery, how are you doing? Okay, things are fucked, I think. No, you're fine. Blue's a little behind. Maybe try to upgrade orange if you can, because you aren't sustaining salts infinitely. You can't produce. You're printing less than you're producing with blue salts, so yeah, be careful. You need to push orange. You should absolutely push red a bit more to sustain orange, but you're not too far off the mark. I mean, you're not sustaining yellow a little bit, or you're not sustaining purple a little bit, so I mean, you need some rebalancing to do. Adam Clyder, we talked about that. Boron is your big focus right now. Oxygen, I try to... Once you sustain the atom generation, I'd recommend trying to unlock just one level of oxygen, because it'll increase your max talent level by 10. Like I said, this will help you a lot with not only your damage, but your scaling efficiency. Equinox, progress as you can. Obviously, you have liquid investment level 7. That's really, really good. If you need more damage, eventually you'll be focused on trying to unlock matching skims. But for tower defense, Slow Rust Wiz is something you absolutely should try to focus on, because this will help you progress a lot of the waves really, really fast and changes the meta towards Krakens, which is where you start focusing on Pancake's guides a little bit more, because his new guides really focus on Slow Rust Wiz and how important it is. Okay, you're progressing the more important ones. You're doing good. Party starters, Poisonic. I mean, you're doing things good here. I don't really have a problem. Trapper Drone, yes. I mean, you need more critters, so it's always good. Crescent Shrine is something you probably don't have green salts to upgrade this, but if you want more crystal spawn chance, eventually this will be good for you. Yeah, TD progression, I mean, I think you can probably do pretty well. Once you unlock Slow Rust Wiz and get more damage, you get that upgrade for more damage as time progresses. Tower defense will become a lot easier to progress. So, yeah, if you're struggling getting like 1 or 2 levels here and there, it's not that big of a deal, because once you unlock Slow Rust Wiz, you'll be able to progress that relatively fast. Anyways, as your worship, skulls are looking okay up here, and then it starts falling off. So, some of these characters, they have like worship level 29. I wouldn't... it doesn't look like you're Charged Siphon Enjoyer. I think this is trickling down the chain of new players where Charged Siphon's bad, which is amazing. It is bad. Try to upgrade your skulls on these characters. As I mentioned, tools are really important. Stats impact your damage. They impact your skilling efficiency. So get tools, get better tools on your characters to increase your everything. Let's go to... I'm talking about vials. You have some stuff you can unlock. This one right here is Venison Malt is really, really good. Try to unlock this because it reduces material cost for stamps. So it makes it easier to upgrade things like Ladle Stamp, Multi-Tool Stamp, some of the damage stamps, carrying capacity, all that stuff. Really, really important vial to at least get to level 1. Very unlucky. If you aren't familiar with the trick with vials, you can unlock them relatively easily. Just get like one here and there. Okay, good. So you are aware of this, but if you shift, click, and drop, these will count independently for vial unlocks, which means you can get it relatively fast. If you don't have the RNG things here for pay to win, remember attempts and RNG make it a lot easier to unlock vials. Just throwing it out there in case you haven't done that already. They're maxed. Good. Okay. So you're just unlucky is all. Which happens. It's okay. But venison malt, I think, is something you should do. Tremor worm material, 100% try to go for that as fast as you can. Okay, cooking. This is bugged, but again, very minimum. Get your meals at level 11 for Diamond Chef if they aren't already. Unlock the meals you haven't. Idleon Efficiency does show you what spices to use to unlock things if you haven't already. So just follow that, unlock meals, get them to 11, you'll have a huge boost in cooking efficiency. Yeah, they all are working on pet damage. Okay, good. Sailing. Like I said, I think the big thing for you sailing-wise is do some crystal farming on OJ Bay with your DK, get golden hamsters, drop 10k on the beanstalk, get that passively across all your characters. Also, if you can get golden non-witches at 10k as you're farming golden hamsters, that's going to be a huge boost for your account, not only for skilling efficiency, but for damage as well. As I mentioned, as you unlock Crystal Stake, get Power of Try 1, Try 2, and Try 3 up. Unlocked if you don't have it. You do have them unlocked. So those will help a ton with damage because, you know, Crystal Stake will scale your damage, Power Try 1, Try 2, and Try 3 will. Golden Nom-Witches on the Beanstalk will give you % all stat, which obviously increases everything aforementioned. Divinity, you're doing good here. You have one character linked to Permeep, which is perfect, so you can get the sailing speed and divinity points, I think. But you don't have Doot, so you're doing okay here. Remember the Hurry Up trick I mentioned, where you link a character to Hurry Up in the Polytheism talent, and then you have either Arctis or Goharat, the Goat God, to be in lab, so you have the 2x sprint. Gaming's just slow. I mean, it'll progress a lot faster once you have the metal detector from Equinox, so you can get higher nuggets, but it's just slow right now. Okay, and farming. Much like Kozlak, I'd really recommend sticking to one crop. Again, Quickster has a guide in the Discord I'd recommend you following for how to progress farming. If you go to the tips and tricks, press Control F and type in farming. You can jump over to his post and just follow this kind of word for word. Get to 50 to 70 stronger vines, product doubler, 40% speed, some EXP, and then start focusing on the night market for speed GMO, speed GMO, evolution GMO. And then you should eventually, over time, be able to get to level 120 or unlock 120 plants. Sneaking. You have Veil. Your setup is okay. Maybe try to get a Veil for this character. You already have gloves. I mean, this action bonus, this is kind of a mid upgrade, so I wouldn't really bother on this character. Also, I think sneaking bugged because this character's tied up, but this character's unlocked. I don't understand. Anyways, similar to Kozlak. I mean, you're relatively close to where he is in progression too. So, I mean, yeah, some of the Kozlak, try to upgrade these kind of evenly. Again, Nunchaku is pretty good. Charm Collect is really good. Glove Ingenuity, Currency Conduit. All of these, there's not really a bad one. I just recommend trying to unlock or upgrade them as you get them. Sneaking Ambition for more item find chance helps you find things faster. And base stealth, this is obviously really, really important. And I don't think you have any of these unlocked. You'll get these naturally as you progress sneaking, but, you know. Summoning. Okay, similar to Kozlak, you are doing pretty good here. Yeah, again, refer to the previous video with Kozlak. Just, again, either stick to stacking up mana generation by letting them hit you, not spending your mana, and then just kind of pushing them all at once, or you can spam bottom lane. Once you unlock Sparky, summoning becomes a real joke. It's really, really easy to kind of finish it. But yeah, Sussy Gene is something you should absolutely try to focus on to unlock those stamps for White Essence Gen, for Green Essence Gen, and the other ones it increases, as well as the damage stamp at the very end that he unlocks. So don't progress it too fast. Yeah. I mean, you were almost there for some of the important 10k stacks on the Beanstalk, like the golden grilled cheese knowledge, the golden hamster gummies, all that's really important. So, yeah, I mean, you're heading in the right direction. Again, Rift is going to be a good focus for you, but as always, for someone this early in World 6, skilling is your big pivot right now. So go focus on skilling. I didn't really look at your character tools real quick, so let me do that while I rant. But like I said, skilling is really, really key, really, really important. You need to upgrade your gear because I see some characters in like a mix of Dementia, Amarok, and you have fucking Grandma disguise. I recommend upgrading your character gear like across the board. As you may have seen or noticed already, there are locks on some of the worlds in some of the maps in World 6. So your characters really need to be geared up kind of evenly across the board so you can progress that in every aspect. Upgrade your gear, upgrade your tools. Try to get that to just below luster or luster if you can, if you have the salts to sustain that. Don't neglect your Beastmaster specifically. He's only got a fucking iron pickaxe, goddammit. All right, but your skulls, your trapping, everything you should be upgrading. Trapping specifically, you don't want to sleep on this. The sooner you get on this, the better. Try to get your characters to like nature traps like minimum, and then try to upgrade that. So, because as you upgrade the boxes, you'll unlock more trapping slots, which means you can get more critters. Similarly for skulls, the higher skull you get, the more charge you get per hour, but additionally, the more charge cap you get, which means it's a lot easier to upgrade those characters and a lot easier for you to get more souls. Account, one more thing to talk about is this right here. So your highest EXP thing to spend your souls on is going to be Waka Waka War because it says EXP per charge 224. For every one charge you use, you're getting 224 EXP. This is your most efficient use of EXP right now, is to level up your characters on Waka Waka War. As you get higher levels of like Clash of Clans, Citric Conflict, I think Clash of Clans generally tends to be the best. So start spending your charge on Waka Waka War right now. Just pay attention to this tab as you do more worship, because this will change and fluctuate a little bit. But this is how you kind of progress and get more levels in worship, is just spending your charge here. Good. Good. And last thing to note, if you have the souls to upgrade skill dimwit, this is a really huge prayer. This gives you a ton of skill efficiency. You want to use this when you're printing. Just a little throw out note there. But looks like you're doing pretty good. I think I saw everyone was at 90% print sample rate, so you're doing all right. I don't, apart from, yeah, I won't ramble for too much here. You are doing fantastic. I think skilling's your big pivot right now. I wouldn't worry about pushing World 6 too much. I just worry about trying to get skilling higher, upgrade Boron, spend those atoms on more skilling efficiency. As you progress past Leak Spirit, start focusing on damage a little bit more. Once you unlock Steve's Sword Stamp, you'll get more. You'll be able to get more damage through that. And then just passively upgrade your stamps here and there. You'll be able to upgrade alchemy a little bit more as you unlock like venison malts and things like that. After you get Crystal Stake, your damage will start to skyrocket. Crystal Stake is a huge increase in damage. So definitely go for Eldritch Relics, Eldritch Artifacts rather. Focus on first getting Fossary Tusk, then go for AD Tablet for the combo of Artifact, Fine Chance, and Sailing Speed. Then pivot straight over to Fury Relic and then Frost Relic for more skilling efficiency. Upgrade your talents on your ES. Make sure to link to Harry Up and Arctis so you get the 6x printer boost on ES specifically. And then as you pivot past, or as you go past Leak Spirits, again, watch the videos for my more specific breakdown on what you should be focusing on past Leak Spirits, but you can start transitioning to damage. And then you should be able to very easily progress World 6. I imagine it's probably going to take you like a few weeks to months, especially since you're dootless, and it's going to take you a little bit to push, but this should be a massive help to you. So Godspeed, good luck. Any questions, reach out to the Discord. Thanks. Have a good one, everyone on YouTube.